The next thing I want to talk about is what is leadership. So, leadership, in short, I have two different definitions. One, I say a leader is someone who's taking on the crux or this main task, goal that everyone is driving towards. They have some goal in mind that they want to accomplish. They're taking on the responsibility, the majority of it, and people follow them naturally towards that goal. The other definition I give is by qualities of a leader. It's someone who is driven, someone who's curious, someone who's open to suggestions, they're friendly, they're determined, and they don't avoid hard conversations or hard conflict. They come to the answer and they come to the solution with supporting others. And lastly, delegate roles. They delegate many roles on others to accomplish this task. So that's what a leader is, and it sounds simple enough when you hear the definition. However, very hard to achieve. So I had some experiences over the past 2 weeks that made me reflect on what a leader is. And to me, what I found is that to lead someone, you have to first convince and lead yourself. I've coined this term, survive, thrive, flourish. Think of the things in life you need to simply survive. And I'm not talking in the hours or day, I'm talking over a week. If you had the hardest week of your life, boot camp, what would you need? Obviously, food, adequate water, shelter, sleep. But think beyond that a little bit. You need some degree of money to be able to sustain your food, your shelter, your water, whether it's your living situation. And sure, you could live off the bare minimum. You could basically build yourself a cardboard box. But really, that won't probably sustain you for a week. You're probably going to have a hard time transporting to work. You're probably going to have gross clothes, smell weird. You're going to be totally off, not perform well, and eventually this is heading towards termination. To me, that's not surviving. You're losing your job, you're losing your financial security, you're losing your source of food, water, shelter. So think about those essential things that if hell broke loose, hurricane hit, what would be the essential things you need to survive? After that, I move to thrive. What can you do at minimum to sustain what you're doing forever, past the week? Think of months, years. Sure, we can all bear down and grit and work real hard. Some of us for longer than others. Some of us could tolerate that for a month. But could you sustain it the rest of your life? Is really the question. So you don't just need a minimum amount of sleep. You need the required amount of sleep. Like 7.5 to 8 hours if you're an adult. Some people need more, some people need less. I'll leave that to you. Some people would throw on that list a couch. They'd throw exercise on there, working out, things that make them feel sane. A relationship might be on there, but I would argue that a relationship should be something in the flourish category, which I'll get to next. To thrive, you probably need to be in the right environment, around the right people, and have enough free time to yourself to not go crazy. Just be honest with yourself and honor your humanity of what you need to thrive. This is where leadership comes into play. You cannot lead anyone unless you lead yourself. You have to feel in control of your life and everything going around in it to feel in control of others. And naturally, you will lead that way. It's going to be hard to do it any other way. The locus of control must be internal. Accomplished internally. The flourish category is the final one that, hey, you're doing more than thrive. Now that you've thrived, you've had excess, and now you can go and spend it and enjoy it. Think of what falls into that category for yourself.